question if you don't see it. So do not hesitate to make your questions, remarks during the presentation, and if we can answer on the fly, we will answer it immediately. So again, welcome everyone. It is a very, very important topic because it will impact all, not all of us, all of the colleagues who are doing internal, external audits within your companies. We are talking about 19,011. This is the, let's say, the mother of all audits. It is what is describing how to audit. Christina, you are the expert, so the stage is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Adam. And as Adam told to us, today we will speak about the newest ISO standard, which has changed in the last months. So firstly, we have to speak a little bit about the publication or the edition of the standard. So I think, as many of you knows, that we were waiting for the standard since at the beginning of the year. So many times we had a new information that we were getting in March, we were getting in April, but at the end, the publication was happened only in May. But we are very happy because at the moment the standard is available, and the new information, the new rules, what we as an auditors has to follow are available at the moment on the market. So we will review it, we will highlight the new changes that what we will facing when we are reviewing the standards and how we have to change our work, our activities when we are doing any kind of audit. So we can speak about process audits, we can speak about system audits itself, and of course now we have to make a new classification, because we can speak about the conduct audits and we can speak about the remote audits or hybrid or online audits. And that's what we will find in the new standard. So we know that the last standard was published in 2018, so it was so long time ago. So now absolutely it is the time when it has to be reviewed and new information should be found in the standards. But as I told you that now it is available, anybody can buy it on the market, and after we can change or we can implement our activities based on the new rules. Okay, so firstly, we have to speak about that what has changed, what are the new items in the standard. So generally, what we have to speak about, that generally the structure has not changed. So the chapters are the same, only new items appear there, or in some cases, the details are much more information what we can find in the standards. So much more detailed rules what we can find there. So, for example, we can find new elements, as we told to you, that the main new element is the remote audits, that how we have to plan, how we have to conduct the remote audit. But we will speak it a little bit later about it, that what are the new requirements about that. We have to speak about, as in any cases in the automotive business, not only in case of the auditing system, but you know that in the whole automotive life, the digitalization is very, very important. Also a new item, that how we can use the AI in the management system. And of course, it will be the question that how we can use it in the auditing system. What kind of digitalization evidences we can accept from the auditees during our audit. So many of the items will appear here in the new standards. Okay, so let's see firstly that inside the changes, what was the general changes. So firstly, we have to speak about the risk-based thinking. In many cases, in many trainings, what we have together with our colleagues, we are always highlighting that in the automotive business and mainly in the auditing system, the risk-based thinking will be much more higher prioritization than it was in the past. We as an auditors always asking as a 0 point in our question marks that how the risk analysis is defining this point what we are checking during the audit. So we know that it should be the 0 point, that how the risk-based thinking is working, how the system is defined around the risk-based thinking. So it will appear here in the new standards. So we have to review and we have to learn that how we have to take a focus on a risk-based thinking. Of course, there will be new items regarding the integration of the management system. So we have to take care that how the new standard can support more effectively our quality system, our whole organization, what we are doing through our production process and for the support processes also. So let's see that how, so not only general changes what we will find in the new standards, but of course that there will be some changes about the methodology, that how we have to plan, how we have to conduct the audit. So here you can find some sample about it, that what will be the transformation of the audit methodology. So now the deal is absolutely to find a way that how we can use the digital way, how we have to handle the digital evidences, what we can ask and what we can get from the auditees during the audit. Okay, so it is valid not only for the remote audits, but we know that during our whole production process, we are facing with many digitalized data. We can get any kind of evidence in electronic way, not only in paper way, and we have to learn that how we can use it and how we can accept it as an auditors. Okay. And of course that we have to increase the efficiency and flexibility of the audits, because the audit result will be much more strategic points for the organizations, that how we have to plan our activities during the year, during calendar year or fiscal year, how your organization is working. So the auditors will be so interested that how the auditing system belongs to the strategic planning. And we have to take this information together with us, and we have to speak with our management that we have to take a bigger focus on the audit planning, on the audit result, and how we will implement it and how we will use it together with the strategic planning. Okay, of course, as it was in the past, the auditor competencies will appear in the standards, so it is absolutely not changed. So we will find it that what kind of auditor competencies we have to focusing and we have to highlight when we are hiring new auditors or when we are speaking with our current auditors. Of course, the competencies which were needed in the past, so it was absolutely not changed. Only it was a little bit improved. So now the digital skills will be much more appreciated, that the auditors has to be in line and has to be in a picture, that how the digital skills will be important for them. They have to understand the complex system, that how the digital evidences, the digitalization will help to the organization to improve their activities, and how we as an auditor can help to reach the targets what the organization defines at the beginning of the years. And of course, the third main item regarding the auditor competencies, it is the ethical behavior. I think it was absolutely in a focus in the past also, but it is a very important thing not to forget that the auditors has to be absolutely maximized ethical behavior. So we have to take care about this item in the auditor competencies. Of course, through on the whole standards, we will find the rules that how we have to manage the audit program. It is starting from the strategic point of view, that how the management review will define that the audit program, how will it happens during the next fiscal year, and how we will use, for example, how we will plan our audit program for the whole year based on our risks. So what kind of organization, what kind of production risk we have. So we have to be careful, because the audit programs should be more flexible and more strategic approach than it was in the past. So the auditors will absolutely looking for during the audits that how the strategic planning and the audit program will be harmonized together. Okay. So you can see here, it is. Oh, sorry, I will use my laser to highlight some items from here that regarding the audit program management, what we have to focusing on, what we have to highlight on that. Here is the sustainability and ESG considerations. I think many of you knows that this year in 2026, the new ISO 14001 standard was also reviewed, and also new standards available on the market. And if somebody is familiar with these standards, you know that the main focus point in the new environmental standard is absolutely the sustainability and the ESG consideration. So we as an auditor, I know that not all of us or all of you is an environmental auditors, but when we are planning our system audits and process audits during our organization, we have to take care about the sustainability and ESG considerations, programs and activities what we are doing during our organization and our plans, our locations. Okay, so it will be also highlighted in the new standards if you are checking generally that what are the changes. And of course, the innovation and the modern features will be in the center of our new standard. As I told you, that how we can use the AI in our whole organization, not only in the management system. But here I would like to stop a little bit and take an offer for you, because if you are going to the VDA QMC webpage, you can find here that the VDA QMC has a brand new booklet about it, a brand new volume about it. It's called that how we can use the artificial intelligence in our quality system. So if somebody would like to be sure that what kind of new rules, what kind of new offers is appearing in the automotive business, so it is a good opportunity to buy this new booklet. So not only the ISO standard, but in a VDA system also you can find that how we can use the AI in our organizations. Okay, so let's see together, because till now I was speaking about the changes, that how it looks like, chapter by chapter. So here you can find a small table about it, but of course that we will check it together chapter by chapter, that what are the main changes, what we can find if we are reading through all of the chapters. So you know that in all of the ISO standards, the first 3 chapters is absolutely the same. So we can find that what is the scope of the standard, what is the definitions, what they will use during the standard. So I think there is no any changes on that. So the structure is absolutely the same in the first 3 chapters. So from the chapter 4, there will be some technical changes and some contents will be changed. So here in this diagram, we can see that what is the changes in the chapter 4, which is linked to the audit principles. And the main changes is, so here these audit principles are extended with value creation and adaptability. So here it is written that how we as an auditor contains or has used our behavior and how we have to plan our activities during our audits. If we are going through to the chapter 5, so it is the audit program management, what we were talking about some minutes ago. So you can see here that more changes will appear here in the chapter 5. So here it will be written that we have to use a dynamic audit program management. We have to take a focus on the risk management and risk assessment, that it will be not enough in the future that if we will show to the auditors that we are planning one audit for every production line, because it will be the question that, okay, you are auditing all of the production lines, but how you are classify them, that which is more risky product, or who are your more risky OEMs or partners or customers, and why you are not make any changes or make any differentiation between the audits. So the risk-based thinking here in the audit planning and audit program management will be much more highlighted, as I told you before. So if we are going through and we are checking that what is the content, what is the changes on the conducting of the audit. So you can see here also new elements, some changes, some modifications, some improvements inside. So for example, the structured integration of the remote and the hybrid audits. So we knew in the past that when the new standards were coming out, the new standards will be a little bit harmonized with the ISO 17012 standard, which is absolutely focusing on the remote audit. How we have to do it is focusing that how the hybrid audit can be happening. So we know that when we have to do an online audit because of some kind of different reasons, so we have to be sure that our online systems will be working at the time. So we have to plan that what's happening if we will have technical problems with the online auditing, what will be our B planning, how we will accept the evidences, what the auditees will show to us, how we will collect the evidences through on the hybrid audits, through on the online audits. So here it is also written as a new rule. So you can see here that not only improvements and changes, but new elements can be found in the chapter 5. So here is that how we can handling the virtual audit evidences. So here the auditors, what we were speaking out some minutes ago, that the auditor competencies will be so interesting item here, that how we will know that what kind of videos, what kind of remote validations we have to accept here. So I think it will be a very, very interesting timing of the auditing systems, that how we will do this kind of hybrid audits. Okay. And of course that we have to take a focus on that when we are accepting an audit evidences, data-driven evidences should be seen during our audits. So not only paper evidences, but we have to focusing, and we have to ask our auditees that much more digitalization items should be shown during the audit than it was in the past. Okay. So let's see that what is in the last chapter, which belongs to the auditor competencies. I spoke about it a little bit earlier, that it will be expanded with digital and complex system competencies. So it is, I think it will be much more focusing on the digital items, digital evidences than it was in the past in the paper-based evidences. So from now, for the future, auditor trainings must be focusing, and the scope must be extended for the digital evidences and digital skills for the auditors. Okay. And of course, not only the technical point of view will be highlighted or will be defined in the new standards, but of course that what kind of skills we have to get as an auditor, what kind of knowledge, how we have to use, as I told you, the risk assessment, the stakeholder approach, how we have to communicate the stakeholder approach together through on the audits, together with the auditees, how we can be much more flexible than it was in the past. Okay, so mainly this is what we can find in the chapters. And of course, as it was in the past, in the previous edition, we will find some annexes at the end of the standards. And from the annexes, I would like to highlight only two of them, which is one of the supply chain audit, which will be much focusing. As, for example, we know that the VDA 6.8 auditing system will appear in the next months or next years in the automotive business. And so it will be the A12 annexes at the end of the chapter. And the other, what I would like to highlight, it is the A16 annex, which will be exactly the technical details of the remote audits, that how we have to conduct the remote audits. Okay. So, and now we are speaking about the changes, what and how will changing the auditing methodology. And of course, our trainings will be changing also, because many of your auditors knows that they have to be in line with the new standards and the new changes. So I am very sure that my colleagues can speak about to you that how the upgrade trainings will happen through on the QFT group, and when you can come to us to an upgrade audit or upgrade trainings, or if somebody would like to be a brand new auditor, so they can join to us to a training which will help them through on the whole process, that how they can be an auditors. Okay, but together or in line with my sentences, I would like to ask, I don't know whether Mariana or Adam, who will speak about the upcoming trainings.
Adam will speak about it.
Okay, Adam will. So in that case, I would like to get back or put back the words or the sentences to Adam, and we will highlight it, that what kind of trainings are coming in the next weeks. So Adam, the stage is yours.
Oh, Thank you. Thank you. This is my speech generally. The stage is yours, but thank you. Thank you very much, Christina. Thank you. So again, the 19,011 is extremely important and it should be done. And it will be, I think it's mandatory for everyone who are doing audits in the company, internal or external. So please take this training or take this training or update or upgrade seriously because it is a must. So next upcoming trainings, just as a couple of words. MLA, the first two is VDA trainings. The first one, 10th of July, MLA, maturity level assurance for new parts, important. And the second one is the skilled assistant for technical cleanliness. I would like to draw the attention to the fact that this 19.1, especially for those who are making a clean area in the laboratory, the 19.1 is mandatory and it has been changed at the beginning of the year. We are offering upgrade trainings and we are also offering standard trainings. This is what you see, standard training. But attention, those who has already finished the 19.1, you have 1 year from spring to spring next time to upgrade it, or you have to do it again, everything. So attention, please inform yourself if you have clean room, technical cleanliness in your laboratory, because if yes, then you have to do it or the upgrade. Then we go to APQP. It will be end of July. Next day, the PPAP. So it's basically the IAG parts. And we are proposing the 29th of July, the RSA, the Renault Group specific requirements. So these are now the next upcoming trainings. Everyone who are interested, you are more than welcome. And please be informed that the next coffee break is even more important because the PSCR is mandatory according to the VDA for all the companies who are delivering to German car makers. And the PSCR is a mandatory, it must be accomplished, and it is changing. And the change is not obvious and not easy. So either you have to do it again from scratch, either you have to make an upgrade, but that is also, there is not evident, because you will see there is a twist. There is another training which will be linked together with this. So please spread the word, spread the news that the next coffee break, new PSCR, and to be honest, everyone around the table, it is mandatory and it will have to be done. So thank you very much. There was no question, Christina, during your speech. That means most probably that it was clean and clear. So thank you very much. And yeah, we keep the time. Have a nice rest of the day, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.